everyone, it's Enjoy English School. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
And today is day 1 of our 2-day article, Staying Connected in the Age of COVID.
Yeah, 好，我们今天11月8号在20、21页，我们呢又要来进行一个人文风采主题底下疫情蔓延拒绝失联这样的一个主题哦。
Now, I guess in a way, you and I have been teaching online because we're here for a while.
Yeah.
But we are also teaching online with like Zoom and computers. And I know you guys did it at least, well, maybe you're still doing it even now. I don't know. How do you guys feel about learning online? How big is your smile or how big are your tears?
Yeah, 大家对线上英文学习感觉如何啊？我们经历过这个5、6月份最糟糕的那个年代，那个时间啦，也不是年代啦。那大家还好吗？
Yeah, I mean, some of my classes that are great in person, they have done really poorly online.
Yeah.
But some of my classes, they actually are doing a really good job online. And it's an interesting experiment that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, some of my students, 有些我的学生也说线上学习对他来讲更有帮助，因为他本人很害羞，可是在线上他觉得他可以多讲一些。
Yeah, all right, well, let's get ready for paragraph 1.
Staying connected in the age of COVID. The global pandemic threw the world into chaos. To keep people safe, the stay-at-home orders put in place worldwide suddenly forced students and workers to perform their tasks from home. While this has caused lots of trouble, society did not break down. Thanks to modern communication technologies, many people were able to overcome the distance to communicate in new and uncommon ways. Online video chat and web conferencing programs and apps exploded as they never have before. Even coworkers and classmates that were used to seeing each other in person every day suddenly had to speak through a computer. This led to discussions about proper etiquette for video conferencing in large groups, and tips for those who weren't used to online meetings on how to avoid awkward moments. Interestingly, the sudden rise in digital communication has also changed how people interact with their friends. Rather than maintaining casual day-to-day relationships, many people have been getting in touch with old friends online after many years apart. Although people have been experiencing significant isolation, they have found ways to connect with others through lots of different methods, such as text messaging and multiplayer video games. In short, people need each other.
All right, everybody, before we begin paragraph 1, I need you to pick up your pencils, and I want you to write this down. C-O-N, C-O-L, and C-O-M. These 3 phrases all mean together. So, kan, kol, kam just mean 在一起. We're going to see them a lot today, so pay attention.
所以我们字根字首字尾里面，我们如果去做区分 ，C-O-N、C-O-L、C-O-M 3个都是在一起的这个意思。
That's right. And sometimes maybe you won't even know the word, what it means, but when you see this, you're like, oh, okay, 这个是跟别人。可以用猜的啊。That's right. It's going to be a good guess for you. Let's begin paragraph 1. The global pandemic threw the world into chaos.
所以在这个全球疫情呢，就是 threw， 它其实这个动词用得很棒，把大家丢到一个混乱的地方 ，threw everyone, threw the world into chaos， 所以使世界陷入混乱。
Okay, so global just means worldwide, and we see it ends in AL. That's a good guess. It's an adjective.
形容词。
划到, it's an adjective. Then we have the word pandemic. P-A-N means wide. Okay? So you can think of like a 锅子, 它很长, right? So pandemic, right? That's what we're thinking. And then it ends in IC. That's another adjective ending there.
所以我们这边已经学到2个形容词的屁股咯 AL 跟 IC.
Yeah, but to be fair, pandemic here is a noun, but it is often a good hint you're talking about an adjective. Okay, our next sentence says, to keep people safe, the stay-at-home orders put in place worldwide suddenly force students and workers to perform their tasks from home.
那我这边接续一下，刚刚老师讲，我们 IC 很多是形容词，但这边 pandemic 疫情它是名词哦，特别注意写上 N 名词。然后接下来下一句，他说，为了保障人们的安全，全球实施的居家令突然迫使学生和劳工们必须在家里作业了。
Oh, man, let me tell you. So we got a couple words in here. So forced mean, if we want to speak more colloquially, we can say made. So maybe your mom makes you study English. Forced is a little bit of a stronger word. And remember, make can't use verb to verb. So we can't say made students and workers to perform. 如果你用 made 的话，掐掉那个 to。But force 可以没问题 we can say to perform.
那 force 这边呢 force 其实是一个力量啊，然后我们这边 force 当动词就代表强迫。那如果你要比较口语的说法，我们可以用 make make。我们在学中文用，就是我们在台湾学英文，这个叫做使役动词。对，那 make 如果后面你要接另外一个动词的话，是用原形 VR， 而不是用 to 哦。如果你要用 to， 请你用 force。You
guys know force, like may the force be with you. Star Wars, right? So task just means work, but these are usually smaller jobs. Like work is like one big thing, and then like maybe you cut it into little pieces. Those little pieces are your tasks.
所以 work 是一个大的，比较像一个大的完整的工作，但 task 就是比较像是一个任务这样。
That's right. Let's continue here. While this has caused lots of trouble, society did not break down.
那 while 就是代表说有点像 when 2件事情同时发生，尽管呢这个事情造成了很多的麻烦，社会并没有因此而 break down 崩溃哦。
Next, thanks to, because of, due to modern communication technologies, many people were able to overcome the distance to communicate in new and uncommon ways. Get your highlighters ready.
那在崩溃之后，我们又要转成了嘛，对不对？多亏这个communication technology 通讯科技，许多人得以克服这个距离的问题，然后用全新但是不寻常的方式跟其他人沟通。
All right, so remember what we said, com, con, col 都是在一起的意思。And in the sentence we have communication. So we have some 沟通的方法, right? So from you to me, 这个是一起, right? So com. Then we have the word, we have communicate, that's the verb, and it has a 动词, so ate, ate. And then we have uncommon ways. When things are common, that means lots of people do it, right? So 一起的意思, we have com, highlight that.
所以我们这边已经出现了我们今天要讲的字首的部分 com 有3个字 communication 名词 communicate 动词跟 uncommon 是形容词
And in our title I forgot to mention we have connected that's con highlight that too
然后我们的主题 connect 这个把人与人之间的连结
Let's get ready for our next paragraph Hey everyone, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on paragraph 2 of day 1, staying connected in the age of COVID. Let's continue. Online video chat and web conferencing programs and apps exploded as they never have before.
他这边用 exploded 这个字很有画面，因为它是爆发的意思哦。所以他说线上视讯聊天跟所谓的网络会议以前所未见的幅度增长。
So we have conferencing and we have con there because different people are talking together. So it means con, it means together.
所以 conference 会议这个字也是大家 together 在一起做一个会议的动作，所以 conference.
I remember being a kid, so I first used the internet in 1996.
When I was 3.
I was in 8th grade. I'm an old man. And I remember like videos and commercials. It's all these business people and they're smiling and looking at their phone and the video is very smooth and it's very good. And for a long time, it was like really terrible. Like it was always slow. It never worked right. I think this is really the first time. So this is 1996年到现在. What is that like? It's like 25 years?
Yeah.
More than 25 years? Only now is that promise of like cool video calling, like can we actually do it correctly? It's always been garbage.
But now it's pretty smooth.
That's what I'm saying. Like, only now. When I was in 8th grade, they were like, oh, dude, you just like call and it's like so smooth and face talking, haha, with grandma. 没有很顺利. Always 卡卡的, always terrible.
I see.
But now it's like finally it's actually good.
我们很难理解啦，我们有生之年都已经很顺了，好不好？
Well, I'm saying it's a good thing. It's actually useful because if this was 1996, the world would really 崩溃, break down. Even coworkers and classmates that were used to seeing each other in person every day suddenly had to speak through a computer.
那甚至呢 ，coworker 以前每天都见面这同事跟同学，突然之间都必须要透过电脑来谈话。
Now, highlight CO in coworker because what does that mean? Together. It means together. We work together. This is my coworker.
Yeah.
Then we have computer because computers can talk to each other. They do many things together. COM, CON, COL, 一起一起一起。
现在你又可以多写一个 CO 也是一起的意思啦。co-worker 那个 co。
Let's continue. This led to discussions about proper etiquette for video conferencing in large groups and tips for those who weren't used to online meetings on how to avoid awkward moments.
好，这边请你先把 led to 画底线画下来。led LED led 是 LEAD lead 的过去式要特别注意哦。那这些引起了关于大型团体视讯会议的适当礼节就开始被讨论啦。然后还有不习惯线上会议的人产生的一些小提示，例如像你线上会议怎么样避免尴尬，线上会议要怎么样礼貌，这些东西就突然间变得很夯。
That's exactly right. So these led to discussions. That means it started talks. And talk here is a noun. It's not a verb. Started talks. And then we have proper etiquette. Etiquette is a very fancy word. That just means polite behavior. And I will say that in the few months I've been teaching online, I have a dad. He will not wear pants. He'll wear his like tank top, like his like a exercise shirt, and then just like 他的内裤. And I try to be polite. I'm like, okay, 小朋友们家长 okay, 我们都有很多小朋友们要穿衣服，我们都可以看到你屁股啦 okay? And Dad's just like, oh, and he sits right there, always in his underpants. And then like maybe like turn on the air conditioner. Moms walk by, they're not wearing shirts, they're wearing clothes, but I'm serious. It's like there are little kids here, and like you see your mom your friend's mom like not wearing her shirt. This is really embarrassing, and the kids just laugh. And you know what? I don't even stop them. I start laughing too because you know your kid is in school right now.
好哦，所以老师很特别。老师他说他有遇过，就是家长他在教小朋友，然后小朋友的家长就在背后当背景嘛。
Yeah.
然后没有穿裤子的啦，或者是衣衫不整的啦。
对 he's just like wearing 他的内衣, and it's just like he's standing there, and his daughter's wrong. He's like, oh, right here, daughter. And it's like, Dad, sit down, please.
可能他们想要 Chris 老师多看他们吧。
So 小孩会笑 I was like, okay, 很好笑我会让小孩笑你 because it's really like 太奇怪了嘛赶快穿衣服
所以我们就要注意到这个字哦
Yeah.
ETIQUETTE
Etiquette, yeah.
Etiquette 礼貌礼节
Let's continue to paragraph 3. Hey everyone, welcome back, and let's begin our final paragraph today. Interestingly, the sudden rise in digital communication has also changed how people interact with their friends.
Communication 又出现了 COM 画底线先帮老师讲有趣的是呢 Interestingly Oh yeah
Yeah.
OK 数位交流的串起同样改变了人们跟朋友就是人之间的那个互动的模式
So rather than maintaining casual day-to-day relationships, many people have been getting in touch with old friends online after many years apart.
那不同于维持随意的日常关系，很多人与多年不见的老朋友，他们在网络上反而取得了联系。
So, all right, there's a lot to say here. Number one, pay attention to this rather than a, V-I-N-G, comma, B, somebody, V-I-N-G, or 另外一个动词. We love this grammar in English. When you start writing more advanced compositions, 作文, you're going to need to 比起来, compare two different ideas. And this rather than A, V-I-N-G, B, V-I-N-G is super useful, and you should underline it and highlight it and write it out and put it on your wall and like look at it every day.
所以 rather than 是一个在英文里面 local 当地讲英文的人很常用的句型啊，就是不同于而不是这种用法。
Now, this is funny they talk about, so it's like, oh, now today people are getting in touch with old friends. I remember, again, a long time ago in the 1980s, there was a telephone commercial that wanted you to pay for long distance. So in the past, you couldn't just call like anywhere in Taiwan. If you wanted to call Kaohsiung, you had to pay more money. This was called long distance. And in America, we of course have this too. And the advertisement was reach out and touch someone.
Reach out and touch someone.
Yeah, like you reach out far away and you like hit them or something. Like reach out and touch someone. That's what they always wanted us to say. So this idea of connecting with people far away that you haven't talked to in a long time has always been a popular idea.
所以反正人是群居动物嘛，总是会想办法跟别人去做一个 in touch 的动作。
That's right. Next we have, although people have been experiencing significant isolation, 不要说 but, they have found ways to connect with others through lots of different methods, such as text messaging and multiplayer video games.
好长的句子，所以这边要注意是虽然但是中文会一起讲，可是英文里面因为所以虽然但是都只能择一讲，所以我们前面第一个字已经出现逗了，我们中间就用逗号隔开就好，这个是非常非常非常重要的观念哦，一定要记下来。所以这一句虽然很长，它的意思是什么呢？虽然人们正在经历很大程度的 isolation 孤立哦。那他们呢，仍然找到了透过不同的方式跟其他人互通的办法，比如说是像是文字讯息啊，或者是可以远端跟很多人玩的一些电子游戏啊，这都可以跟人之间有一个不一样的连接。
So this is we've been talking about COL, COM, CON, and 他们三个的意思是Together, that's right. We also have the opposite in this sentence. We have isolation. IS or ISO means alone. You know, maybe like Taiwan is an
island.
ISLAND. It's alone land.
Yeah. 孤岛。好可怜。
It sounds so terrible.
孤岛。
But we're alone together. We're alone together.
我们大家一起孤单。
Yeah,
没有比较好，好不好
？Now, interestingly, we're talking about like getting in touch with old friends after many years apart and multiplayer video games. This is a true story. So from the first year I was a teacher in Taiwan, 2005年 was my first year teaching here. And I taught like this whole family of kids. And I think I taught 4 of them. Diane, Chun, Ray, and Jay.
Are you shouting out?
A little bit, because they found me on YouTube many years later. They are now adults. They're like really successful people, and they've done all these interesting things. And interestingly, especially one of the daughters, Chun, loved playing the video game I played, and we found that out. And so they found me on YouTube. Then we talked on Facebook. Then we started playing this game together, and we would just go wreck people together. So it's funny that like this little kid is now an adult and now plays with the shooting video game with teacher, and we go wreck people. I love that so much. I had to say, it makes me so happy when we just crush people.
所以他跟他的学生，现在那个学生已经长大了，因为老师2005年就已经来台湾了。对，然后那个学生以前都跟他一起可能玩 CS 之类的吧，就是那种射击的游戏。
Splatoon. I don't know how to say it in Chinese. Splatoon. It's Splatoon 2's on Switch.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, it's fun to like beat up other people with my student. It feels like something out of a movie.
电玩交友啊，学起来，各位。
Let's continue to our final sentence here. In short, people need each other.
In short， 就是我们把上面落落等讲一大串的东西总合在一起，所以总而言之 ，people need each other， 人们需要彼此，就像我需要你，你也需要我一样。
So last year I celebrated my 20th anniversary from graduating high school. And I was thinking about that. I was like, 20 years since I left high school. And that's a long time, right? And I was surprised how many people from my high school I still know. Now, I haven't seen many of them in many years. But because of social media, Facebook, Instagram, etc., like I still talk to these people sometimes. And so, I don't know. Maybe your parents are probably like my age, right? Your grandparents, they almost never see or talk to their high school classmates. But because of
communication technology.
Yeah, now we're able to do that pretty easily. I mean, do you still talk to a lot of people from high school?
No.
Do you choose that, or is it's just like that way?
I am not likable. 我没有朋友。
Sorry. All right. Well, let's get ready for vocab review. I was just thinking that you don't have any friends because you're from Lonely Island, right?
Yeah.
Let's continue to our vocab. Our first word today is to break down.
Break down 崩溃，我们可以指一个情况崩溃，也可以指情绪崩溃，都可以用 break down 这个字哦。
Our next word is a noun, technology.
Technology 科技啊，各位，你的电脑、手机都是 technology 其中一个部分，一定要会念这个字。
Next, we have a verb to overcome.
去克服，我们叫做 overcome 动词。
Those are usually difficult things.
通常都是克服困难的事情。
Next, we have a verb, it's very colorful, to explode.
非常有一个那个感官的这个字，动词 explode 爆发。
Another word, another interesting colorful word, awkward.
另外一个让大家很有感觉的字就是 awkward， 有点尴尬奇怪的 we say awkward.
Awkward. Next we got to interact with somebody or something.
Interact with somebody something 就是代表跟某人某事有互动。
And then we have, we're going to skip this one. We're going to go to the next one. Significant.
Significant 就是代表说很显著的、很磅礴、很壮丽的、很明显的。
And lastly today, we want to get in touch with somebody.
Get in touch with 就代表说你要跟某人保持联系。
That's right. Well, thank you for getting in touch with us today. We'll be back with more tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
more tomorrow. So don't be afraid to get in touch with us then for more about Connected in the Age of COVID. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
明天
Bye-bye.
见。